Hey everyone, I'm Darkwolf Algo, and thanks for joining me on a weekend newsletter watch list building session. Today we're going to find stocks that have a high probability of making a move this week. We'll be reviewing the smart money, dark pool, and block trade algorithm provided over by the awesome folks at Flow Trade. You can get a free trial and see how it can help you take your trading to the next level or support your current trading strategy. There's a link at the website. Sign up. As always, if you find this content useful, smash that like button. Subscribe for more stock market content, and make sure you turn on notifications so you'll get up-to-date notifications when we find those rippy plays. But first, let's jump into last week's top stocks and see how they did. So we're going to start with Dish. Alrighty. Alright, so Dish, we called it out at 42, and it ran all the way up to 46. Not a bad run. Looks as if, though, it's got that piercing doji. It looks as if, though, there may be a little bit of a taking a breath to catch up to at least the 80 MA. Next one was eBay. Alright, so eBay, we called it out at 60. It ran to 62 before it got smacked down on earnings. However, it did run right. Actually, it broke. Let's get rid of that. 62, almost 63. So we pretty much, we had the 62.50s. Ran up. Target met. We knew it was going to run into some resistance right at the 4-hour mid. It did what it was supposed to do. All right, next one was Groupon. Oh man, this one ripped. Rippy. Still got room. I do like this play. All right, so Groupon from 45.50 to, what is it, 52.50? 45.50 to 52.50. We were able to smash through those moving averages that we're having problems with. We've now have stacked positive EMAs. We're using the 50 period SMA as support. So this is one of my favorite setups, right? Price action smashes through previous resistance, catches a breath, right? It's like poking its head out of water, catches a breath, comes back down, and finds support of where it wants to base at. Then it sets up for the next move up. This could be considered like a Elliott wave 1, 2, 3 play. We're currently beginning the third wave, which is usually the longest. So if you look at the chart, we came up, we broke through all those moving averages, which took a lot of energy. We have a squeeze firing off. We broke through, we're coming back, and we're finding support right at the 50 period SMA. We do have the stacked positive moving averages, so I would look for a continuation, getting to that cluster that I called out last week at 56. It's possible, depending on how the market goes. So this would be one to keep on watch. All right, Marvell. We called it out at 48.81. This one was a little bit. It did what we said it was going to do, right? 45.81. We said it was going to run up. It was going to have problems with the moving averages, basically reverting to the cluster, which would be the 8, the 21, the 34, and the 50. Also ran into the 50% retracement from that previous, or 50% extension from that previous high. It also had this strong bullish bar. So this would basically, if I'm correct, it's an inside bar. No. Anyway, I'm learning about that. Big, strong bullish bar. Getting past that previous high is going to take a lot of momentum, a lot of effort. Now, our Squeeze Pro histogram was negative, but in decreasing. However, it's turned red again. So Marvell is on watch for me. However, it's either gonna rip or it's gonna fail down to this 200 SMA. I'm going to keep an eye on it, see if I can get any sort of, what the algo lets us know. Anyway, however, though, we did meet our target. And then the last one is Disney. This is still a viable play for this week. Strong potential run into earnings. Yeah, okay, so we called it out at 182, 182.99, which was here. It closed at 160, right? Nice $4 move. It made that reversion to the mean, which is the 34 EMA. So we're at that decision point, right? We're currently daily mid, just coming out of the 4-hour bottom on the Keltner channels. With earnings coming up on the 14th, right? We still have to contend with this 50-period simple moving average here. I would look for maybe a couple more continuations up into that 50 before it's going to need a breath if it's going to do any sort of a run into earnings. So Disney, I still believe it's a viable play. 160, 186 to 190. That 190 is going to be a key level. All right. However, 5 for 5 for last week. Pretty good. It's nice when you've got a tool like this. It's like, yo, smart money's doing this. They shape the market. These little Robinhood accounts aren't going to really make the kind of moves that these guys do. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get into this week's plays. This is a video for our newsletter subscribers that's released on Sunday. It'll become public on Monday. I feel like you've shown interest in supporting us. You should get the information first. What I have on watch for this week is CAT, TDOC, PTON, Zoom or ZOM, ExxonMobil, and Etsy. I'm going to try to incorporate a bullish play just because I feel like the market's pretty heavy right now. So I'm going to jump right into it with, all right, I need to see that chart. We're going to look at the algo line first. All right, so we're going to look at Caterpillar. Just need to check something real quick. I believe they just had earnings or they're having earnings. Yeah, they had earnings and looks like they beat. So bet you there's a bunch of profit taking. We are at a key level of resistance or support right now, which is the 50 SMA. Coming in right. So the 50 SMA, the 4-hour bottom, the weekly top, the daily bottom. So this congruence here of Keltner channels, moving averages, 34 EMA. This is going to provide our support for a potential move higher, right, off of good earnings. So I'm going to pause. I got to answer this. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. So a little base channel here. We would like this to continue to provide support. We are coming into a high compression daily squeeze on the Squeeze Pro. We've been in this high compression squeeze for 6 days now. When this fires, I believe we're going to get a nice angled move to the upside. So if we were to take a trend line, right, and use that as our angle for potential price movement. I don't even know if this is a valid way of a valid technical analysis, but yeah, prove me wrong. All right, so throwing some fibs on it. We're right at that 50% retracement from the previous high to previous low, which is an all-time high. That's obviously our first target, which is also the daily top. I don't have ATR on this. I need to get it. I need an ATR study for trading. If anybody knows of a good one, let me know. All right, we're doing CAT. All right, toss is so slow. ATR about 482 a day. 93% of the 52-week high. We are right there at that 50. I mean, we're in a buying zone. I would like to see MACD curl a little bit more, but we're kind of just neutral. As long as we can get another close above the 34, I'd be very interested in maybe going longer on this. That daily squeeze needs to turn positive so that this got this one little histogram that's red, but because red on a green candle, which means we could potentially turn that back around. Targets 243, or well, obviously the first one 240, 234, 243, 251. 234. Oh, I should have been writing this down. Type all this up later. Frustrating. No. All right. What did I do here? Got this little notepad going on over here that looks about right. Oop. All right, so for cat, so we got our support at 226, 227. I use whole numbers, unless we're doing futures, or I don't necessarily use down to the penny, unless I'm looking at futures. Generalized support and resistance for options trading, nice round numbers, psychological levels, 50-cent increments, 25-cent increments. So I'm calling support for cat at the 50% retracement at 227. All right. Support at 227, which is 50% retracement. It is also the 50 SMA, the 34 EMA, and the weekly top, daily bottom, 4-hour bottom. Okay, I'm going to run through these and I'll go back and type these up later. Sorry. I'm trying to keep my videos to not as long as they've been until I can find a good studio software recording, editing that allows me to do chapters where I can just chapter and mark the stocks that we're looking at. I'm going to try to keep them a little bit shorter. I also think if I believe I have the ability to do this. Hold on, let me just check if I have the tool that can do it. We've got symbols. We got text. I can do an anchor balloon. Price label, price on call out. All right, we're going to try this call out. Let's see. Do it here. All right. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do it in post editing. Yeah, let's make it up to 40. All right, let's try this for now. See if it works. All right. Target for cat, like I said, is going to be the 618. So we're 226, 227. We're going to target 230, which is daily 4-hour mid, followed by previous high, which is daily top at 237. So 230. I have to write this down for me. 237, and then let's set 238. 238, which is the high, and 244. All right, next one I was going to run into was, sorry about that. So M, PTON, Etsy, and TDOC. All right, let's do XOM next. All right, XOM. Oh, did I even pull up the... Huh. All right, my bad. I'm so sorry. All right, Dark Pulse. Just to be clear, this purple line that you guys see is the normal algorithm. Okay, it's not the dark pool. It's not. I just have it as normal. I just set it normal. It's not both. It's not dark. It's normal. Dark is its own beast. All right. Cat, nice strong bullish uptrend. Looks as if though we got a pretty significant curling up. Nice buy signal. We have got this trend line support that's down here that's providing us support. If you look at it, it's a nice little flag forming. We don't necessarily have any block trades to speak of in the past 30 days. Those are dark pool trades. There are block trades, right? I'm looking at dark pool ones. The algo is currently curled up on the 15-minute chart, so we can anticipate this to continue upward and price action would follow to complete the divergence. All right, if we want to break it down to the 15-minute chart, or excuse me, the 1-minute chart. Let me just set something up here real quick. Oh, perfect. There's my screenshot. Looking at CAT on the intraday, looking for any sort of, all right, massive move up. Price actions being brought up with it. Got a little bit of curling over. So price action is currently trading with the algorithm. These would need to, again, diverge because currently they're bearish divergence, but their price action is trading with it. So all the little mini divergences have already been played out, right? You can draw a line from peak to valley, right? Played out, played out. This is played out. Price action is trading with the algo. Curling up. All right, that's CAT. I apologize. I'm going to start with Zoom or ExxonMobil. We're going to do ExxonMobil algorithm stuff first. ExxonMobil. Lots of block trades. I'm going to bring this down. This is such a nice tool. Maybe being able to bring it down to just the last 2 weeks, right? Last 14 days. That will show significant, I call it significant relevant block trade levels. I'm going to get rid of some of my drawings here. All right, so currently we've got price action is trading price action is trading with the algorithm. And I would like to see this curl up. And for this, looks like trend line support to maintain, especially around this block trade level. We've got a cluster that came in right here at the 58.12 level. And then you've got this 57.52. That half number, right? 57.50, 57.52, those psychological numbers that we would like to provide support. 58 to provide resistance, and then there's a final one at 58.45. I'm gonna have to look at this a little deeper. All right. We've got this green bullish divergence. The algo is selling with price action. We would like this to, looks like this may be just profit taking. So actually, they've been selling this. It had a pretty good run. They've been selling it, right? It is what it is. Play the chart. It's bullish or bearish. Excuse me. So price action is selling off. We broke the previous block trade, right? That was providing us support. So on the way back up, those two levels are going to provide resistance. We've got the algo's net selling. The 15-minute chart. Price action is trading with the algorithm. We'd like it to maintain support. If it breaks this downtrend support, there's this gap that will need to be filled coming in right at 56.64. It may be trying to jump down and do that. That's here, right? It's got to fill it. All gaps must be filled. It may be jumping down trying to fill that gap. If we do break the 57.25, let's see what the charts have to say. Okay, so we are, okay. Earnings is coming up. Oh, it reported, sorry. So how to run up into earnings, reported earnings may just be selling off some profit taking. We've got this spinning top, I think that's what it's called. We've got this doji right here. This may just be ExxonMobil coming down to find or reverting to the mean. Currently we're at the 50 SMA. We're stacked positive of the 8, the 21, and the 34 EMAs. We are at the weekly top, 4-hour top, and just below the daily top on the Keltner channels. We may need to revert down to this mean right here at 56.25. What that's going to do is it's going to allow this stock to take a breath and actually get ready if it's going to make a move back up. So that's this level here. Call it. Oh, that's too small. Nobody can see that. What the heck? I'm going to call that support, right? So if we maintain that support, we could possibly move up. If we break that support, we've got the daily and 4-hour mid or the daily and 4-hour bottom, weekly mid that could catch us. So if I were taking previous high to previous low on the fib, we came up, we touched the 618 retracement, couldn't get through it, and we're coming back down. We're getting squished. We're currently in a low compression squeeze that had fired on the daily, so that may have enough oomph behind it to push us up. If not, it could help us maintain this level for support. Positive increasing MACD, RSI is positive increasing. We're in a Bollinger Band squeeze currently. When that releases, it may also help potentially move us upwards. Zone. So I don't know why I call it Zone. It's Exxon, dude. It's so weird. All right. Looks like I had done an analysis on this before. So it'll be last week or week before. Yeah, we came up, we hit the 618 extension, right into earnings, sold off. Yeah. ATR 132, positive VWAP, daily squeeze. So yeah, Exxon maintains support for the next move up. If we break 56.30, look for a fade. All right. Next one we're gonna do is PTON. Peloton. Got a bad rap. Such horrible things, man. It's great. I haven't watched the videos, and I'm not gonna watch the videos. I have children. All right, earnings coming up. They're in bad shape. I mean, it's pretty horrible news. Currently, MACD is negative and decreasing. RSI is oversold and curling down. We're below the 200, the 50 SMA. We're below the 8 EMA. We're stacked negatively on the 8, the 21, and the 34. Looking left to try to find a basis of support. We're at last September's resistance turn support. There is this range here finding that we could go down. We could fall a little further to 92. So earnings for them is on the 6th, so next Thursday. I'm not real confident that they're going to be able to pull themselves out of anything right now, so I'm just going to drop the support level here, 94, right? So 94, 94.12 to be precise. I might look to bring this down to 94. All right, so Peloton. Got to take a picture. All right, Peloton. What is the algo doing? Wow, that's tough. All right, so we've got bullish divergence on the algorithm. It looks like we're forming a double bottom with price action. We need to get back above this block trade level for me to be interested in going long on Peloton at 102. The chart, the algorithm says that they've been buying it, so they could be buying it. Block trade level. Okay, so there's this block trade level right at 102. I would be interested in Peloton getting above that, and so I'd like to do this. I'd like to come up. I'd like Peloton to come up, come back down, find some support somewhere, right? Find some support for the next move upward. The algo's currently curled up, so they've been buying. The algo's curled up, so with that, I'm going to try to find a support level here. And I'll throw some fibs for potential move. All right, to the long side. To create this low. $110 would be my target for run into earnings if they maintain this level here of support at 10 at 198. 98, yeah. So Peloton, they need to maintain 98 support for a potential move up to the daily mid or the 50% retracement at 109. However, the 4-hour counter channels are pointing down. So this is a lot of downward momentum. We would need to have those algos come in and start buying it up to provide support. Just for giggles. Yeah. Same story here. Need to maintain that. At 90, what did I call it? 96.50. Have to maintain that for a reversion to the mean, which would be 106, which is the 21 EMA. Potential 110, which is the 50 SMA, and 34 EMA. So that's Peloton. Contrarian, if you think Peloton's going to go further down, what did I say support was? Support 93. So from 98 to 93 is a $5 move down for potential $8 move up. Needs to maintain that support though. All right, that was Peloton. TDOC. come on. Peloton. Just grab my screenshots real quick. Yeah, that algo is straight up buying. Algo is buying. Strongline support here and bottom. Algo's buying. All right, the next one we wanted to look at was TDOC. Is that right? TDOC. Cat Etsy. Did I do Etsy yet? All right, TDOC. All right, massive profit taking or bad earnings. Looks like we found a double bottom. So it looks like we found some support. We're forming that H pattern or that W pattern that I like so much. All right, we found some support there. We're at a block trade level currently, which is this 172.43. The algo is curling up. Trading with price action. We like to see a move back up. We got a previous block trade level at 182.60, and then we've got the cluster. I would feel would be a target as well at 186, 187. TDOC. All right, the 1 minute. One minute TDOC. Kind of the same story. The algo is trading with price action. We've got that block trade level that's providing support resistance. Currently, it's providing a little bit of resistance. We'd like it to come through and provide some support. The 1 minute algo is curled down. We'd like that to curl back up. We'd like to go along with this. That is TDOC. TDOC on the chart. Yeah, looks like we had bad earnings. Okay. However, we play the chart in front of us. We are at a support level, which was previous long-term support level right here at 168.50. We're also weekly bottom, daily bottom, 4-hour bottom. This is that double bottom shape that I like so much. Currently, we're in a high mid compression squeeze. We have been for about a week. Our MACD is positive and starting to increase. RSI is positive and increasing. Bollinger Band squeeze currently taking place. If I were to throw some fibs on here for potential targets, we're going to target the 34 EMA right at 191.50, as well as the 21 EMA right at 186.90. So 187 target, 191.50 target. We get through that, and that's a $20 move. We're going to leave it at that. And that's TDOC. And then the last one I had was Etsy. Etsy. All right, I'm going to start on the 1 minute since it's up. All right, looks like there's been net selling with the algo and with Etsy. However, the algo looks like it's curled up and could be possibly just trading with price action. There is a block trade level at 203.35 and 203.25. So a $1 difference. I'd like to see this support level, confirm. That's a double bottom. I like to see it move above this downtrend. I like to see it move and close above that downward trend line. So maintain support at 198 for a run to 202, 203. Let's see on the 15. Okay. They're selling. I don't know if they got earnings coming up or what, but they're selling Etsy. So price action is trading with the algorithm. Lots of net selling. We broke through our previous block trade support levels, right? These guys here. This was a previous low that we also took out. Right, so Etsy, I'm actually going to be bearish on Etsy. So if we break 190, 198 as support, Etsy can go lower. Where's it going to go? Who knows? What do they say? Stairs up, escalator down. Or escalator up, stairs down. Or escalator up, elevator down. Right? Stairs up, elevator down. All right, so we need to break that 198.50 level. For a move lower, we would need to break. We would really need to break 200 for a move up, for me to be comfortable with a move up. Let's see on the chart. And it's going to make me do some work here. All right, so we've got previous trend line resistance that we broke. We are below that. We've got previous demand zone or supply zone exhaustion at that 198. Draw this here. Below that, we've got support for that coming in right at, just going to call it the weekly bottom, 166, which is a 200 SMA. So we break this level right here is going to potentially help us stop too. Right there. All right, so if we break the daily bottom, there could be a life vest at 190, a break of 190. We've got nothing really significant till 178, then 166. All right, so that's bearish. So if I'm bearish on Etsy, going into earnings next Wednesday, Cinco de Mayo, we would need to break 198 for a move to 190. If we don't hold and revert at 190, I would target the 200 SMA at 166. Now, contrarian bullish, but if you're thinking Etsy can maybe turn it around, or this is a down cycle, or just whatever, for whatever reason. Oh, wrong one. Grab the right one. If Etsy can maintain that support at the daily bottom, 4-hour bottom at 198, I would look for a reversion to the mean at 210. 210, which is the 50 SMA, the 8 and the 34 EMA, which is also the weekly mid, daily mid, and 4-hour mid. Fibonacci would tell us that at low, I don't usually use 382, but yeah, I figured that would be right. So if you wanted to go bullish, you're going to run into the weekly mid, daily mid. That's going to be resistance. on its way to revert to the 8 and the 34 EMA, or the 21 and 34 EMA right at 209. So long 209, short 190, potentially 166. All right, that's it. I think I got them all. Thanks for joining me. Again, my name is Darkpool Algo. If you found this content helpful, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps me out. Leave some comments. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so that every time we put out a video, you'll at least know what it is. I'm going to start putting them in the tickers in the title and the date. So, yeah, good luck this week, and play the chart in front of you. Have a great day.